Avenue exit of I-90. This is where three 1.6 million pound megaloads hauled by Mammoet to a tar sands refinery that wants to triple its production in Great Falls would exit the interstate and then start taking East Coeur d'Alene Lake Drive, which is directly forward, as you can somewhat see on this sign. Coeur d'Alene Lake Drive. And this is one of the major off-ramps on the interstate. And it's pretty windy. It goes through residential sections really close to the lake for a lot of the 5 miles that these loads are going to be going, because they're trying to bypass the Veterans Memorial Bridge, and maybe we'll get a view of that. Speed limit's only 35 miles an hour. And this is essentially the east side of the city of Coeur d'Alene. There's a little bit of a bridge here over a wetland. And the interstate at this point is up to our left.
Coeur d'Alene is our golf course.
Oh, and there's a golf course over here to the right. And essentially now it's still a 4-lane road, pretty wide. Big old resort out here on the east side of town.
Yeah, Coeur d'Alene Resort.
Oh, Coeur d'Alene Resort.
Oh, yeah. International, they have always international guests. They'll get to see the beautiful.
From their bedroom windows. So it's narrowing down now. It looks like it's getting down to 1 lane. On both sides there's a bridge. I wonder how they're going to fit under that. Although they are only 16 feet high. So they can probably fit under all the overpasses. Here's the lake. As you can see, a bunch of boats docked up. But pretty rapid transition from the lake on one side to forests on the other. And the trail, the Centennial Trail, is running right next to this road at this point.
Shake up the ground real nice. Cause these houses to fall in.
Yeah, there's some pretty nice homes all along this drive. So yeah, as you can see, it's, sorry about the wiggliness, really close to the lake. The lake's like right there.
It starts narrowing where they're going to do it like that, which I can't legally do.
Right, but they would be taking up the whole road through here. There's a cliff right next to the road here, and the lake on the other side. So yeah, it's pretty narrow. And at this point you can't see the interstate up to the left anymore, but it's up there somewhere. At some point we'll likely be able to see Veterans Memorial Bridge and how long and tall it is, and therefore can't bear the weight of these megaloads. It's just not, it was never built to do such. But then what bridge is 1.6 million pounds? Is quite a bit, even though they say they're going to have it all stretched out on various trailers. But yeah, this looks like a very public area, walking paths. The lake goes on and on in all directions. Parking area for people using the trail and enjoying the lake. And these loads, by the way, are much wider, I think, than anything that's been encountered on US 95 before. 27 feet wide. Most lanes on non-interstate roads are 12 feet wide, so it's definitely going to overhang these white fog lines on each side of the road. It's going to be a tight fit in quite a few places.
27, and these, I mean, if these are 12-foot lanes, you're only going to have a foot and a half on each side.
Right. So they might be hacking on trees. You can see a truck going across the Veterans Memorial Bridge right up there. We'll zoom in a little bit. That's the bridge they cannot use because it's too long, too high. And it just can't bear the weight.
curves are banked here too, so they're going to have shifting.
That's what we need, is a shifting load, especially if it shifts into the lake.
$1.5 million pounds shifting this way. What's it going to hit?
Oh yeah, this is pretty heavily banked. And the speed limit is only 35 miles an hour on this road, so it could be banked more.
Well, it's great this year, but 1.6 million pounds up here.
More than 15 minutes. Oh, that's only when you're stopped. I forgot. Bennett Bay Inn. It's like a locally run place. And all kinds of roads coming off to each side. Probably up to relative mansions. Lots of ponderosa pine all throughout. A bit of Douglas fir in these forests. And the interstate is still on our left and the lake on our right. Public facilities for folks. There's all kinds of trails and lake access all up and down this road. And now you can see the lake ahead of us as well. It's beside. And that's the Centennial Trail just to the right. Even benches to sit down and enjoy the scenery. And you can see the interstate up on the hill there. That white line is the interstate above. And there's some pretty sharp curves here in the road. Parking area again with facilities. Looks like there is some cut made to accommodate the road. And the lake's pretty expansive in this area. To the side, people biking along, another parking lot, lots of public areas. There's a whole nother parking lot, the interstate up above, another parking lot. And this is the end of the road. And we even understand they might want to park in this parking lot right here where this jogger is, which might be built on fill and could possibly collapse into the lake. So this overpass is where they want to extend on the other side and build a ramp that goes the wrong direction, so going east into the westbound lanes. And you can't really see up in there, but we might take a video up there and or a few photos and give you a sense of where they want to build this ramp, which is sort of a wet area actually. And here, as you can see, this is not far from the lake. This is where a bunch of equipment fell in the lake when they were trying to build this overpass the first time back, maybe about 25 years ago. In the early 80s, there's the overpass. They would have to dig this out, actually, to make it fit under this abandoned overpass. And they want to build the on-ramp on the other side to your right. So, we're going to park, get out, and maybe take some more video of the area where they want to build this on-ramp.